listening,
for better listening,
for better thinking,
for better thinking,
for better speaking.
for better speaking.
We learn by doing.
We learn by doing.
Please take your seats. And I'm also here to address few ground rules for today's meeting. Okay, please refrain from using mobiles while any Toastmaster is delivering a speech, and also refrain from using anything related to sex, religion, or politics. Okay, cool. So, coming to today's theme of the day, right? And not just in words, I can actually see it happening because the energy of today's meeting is so amazing. There are so many new people so many new faces I'm actually getting to meet, and it has actually, it is making me excited and nervous also at the same point of time, right? In the realm of, so today's theme of the day, in the realm of collaboration, one beside one can equal 11. And I think I'm actually seeing it live, right? Because I have been into the Toastmaster journey for quite a few months, I would say. I have been associated with Garden City Toastmasters Club, and I'm so grateful that I actually got an opportunity to be associated with one of the best people that I have ever interacted with. And today I am privileged, and I'm grateful that I am actually getting to meet many new others who are in the same journey of this Toastmasters, right? And I'm looking forward to learn a lot from each one of you today. And today's energy of this session is going to be amazing. That is one thing that I can actually say, right? So, going forward, to actually tell you about this one particular person, every time I see him, there's a cheerful smile on his face. I mean, he takes a lot of time and effort to actually come to every session, and every session that he attends, no matter what, and he gives his best to whatever role. And as far as I can remember, he has won many of the prizes in every session, like being GE, being TMOD, being the presiding officer. I'll say he's the best, right? And he is someone who, I very much look forward learning from him with all the experience that he has got in his life. And every time he takes the stage, it's magical. It's magical, right? I'm so happy to call upon this gentleman today, who is the presiding officer of our meeting today, who is none other than DTM Ibrahim Samjad.
Thank you, Toastmaster Surya, Sir and Arms, for today. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening to one and all here.
Good evening.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Why are you happy?
Linking.
Linking? Linking or inking?
Linking.
Join.
Linking. Yes. As you know, Toastmaster Surya has said that 1 plus 1 can become 11. Right? That is the power of collaboration. And today we are witnessing the joint efforts of both these clubs, Garden City Toastmasters Club, the first club of India, and the Sunshine Toastmasters Club, the third club of India, coming together in a collaboration. And we could see in our individual meetings, few faces only. But you see the power of coming together, the power of collaboration makes wonders, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you clap with your one hand, please? One hand.
I didn't use it.
Nowhere.
You can do this. Clap with the neighbor.
Okay. Clap with one hand, with the one hand of your partner. Is it done? That is the art of coming together. Am I right? What else comes to your mind of coming together? Let us start from the basics.
Marriage.
Marriage, beautiful.
Business.
Marriage, anything else?
Politics.
Politics. Politics, sir, sometimes it can be alone also. Yes?
Starting
The
off.
father and the mother of the home. 1 plus 1. They can take care of 11. But the 11 cannot take care of one of these two. Imagine a cart without one wheel. Can it go? You can add many horses to it to increase the power of the speed of that cart. The cart may go at a tremendous speed, but if there is one wheel is off, will it go? It doesn't go. Right? Same thing like in a family also. I just want to give you an example, which happened probably I think 1 month before in my neighborhood. I was watering the plants in my home on the terrace, and I could see on the neighbor, just like this building, next to it there was a shed, and from that shed, there was a fire which was coming out. Then I saw some people, rushing to it with buckets of water and pouring on it to douse the fire. But they couldn't do it. There were sounds coming, the blasts were happening. It was not happening, no one is able to put off the fire. What happens then? Shall we leave it to the fire to burn it down completely? No. I called the president of the society and told him that there is a fire, and he immediately called the fire brigade and told them there is a fire, so please send out an engine or firefighting equipment. And they came with 2 persons or 4 persons, whatever it may be, and immediately they doused it. Gone. Is it enough that 1 plus 1 of any sort is enough for that job? No. See, 5 or 6 of them were doing it, but they were unable to put that fire off. But that person, those people who are trained in that particular field, they came and doused the fire. So you need the proper persons also, to collaborate to get that success. If you do not have that collaboration, then that thing will not work out. Right? Okay, I think we'll hear more from this on the theme. And it is customary in our club, that in Toastmasters, Garden City Toastmasters Club, to announce the winners of the last week. I think it may be the same in the Sunshine Toastmasters Club. Is it so? No?
We do it in the same
Okay.
meeting.
It's a customary thing. So I would like to announce the winners of last week. Please hold your applause until I name them all. The best speaker, please rise to be recognized. Toastmaster Suguna. Please hold your applause until I name them all. The best table topic speaker and the best evaluator, yours truly. The best of the big 3, Toastmaster Ikramullah. Let's give a round of applause. Since it's a joint meeting of Garden City Toastmasters and Sunshine Toastmasters Club, we don't know each other. Maybe we just know by the faces. If it's in a club meeting, we can ask, sir, can you please introduce yourself? So now, I request each one of you to just please come within 10 or 15 seconds to introduce yourself. Yes. Let us start with Karthik.
A very good evening, everyone. My name is Toastmaster Karthik from Sunshine Toastmasters Club. Been around for the last 2-3 years with the club, but 10 years since I was a Toastmaster. A retired professional, but always a Toastmaster.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think at the end of all this introduction, I will have sufficient time to evaluate the meeting as well. So my name is Zulfikar. I'll keep it short because I have to save time for myself.
Yes, yes sir.
Yes, good evening everybody. I'm Faizullah Syed, a Toastmaster for past 20 years in Saudi Arabia, representing club called Diamond Toastmasters Club.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ramlal. I'm one of the founder members of Garden City Toastmasters Club. The rest is history.
He is the second distinguished Toastmaster of India. Okay, let's give a cheer. Our double distinguished Toastmaster, please.
Good evening. I think both the clubs know me very well. I had visited Sunshine 2 weeks back. So I am DTM Askandar Mirza. That's it. Thank you.
Quickly, please. Yes.
Good evening, I'm Nishita and this is my 4th or 5th session at Sunshine Toastmasters.
Hi everybody, I'm Marita. I'm the current PTA of Sunshine Toastmasters Club. Thank you.
Hi everyone, happy to be here. I'm President of Sunshine Toastmasters Club. Sorry, Ashutosh.
Good evening, everyone. This is Surya Lakshmi. I basically come from Andhra Pradesh, and it's been few months I've been into Toastmasters journey, and looking forward to have a wonderful evening with all of you. Thank you. I'm from Garden City Toastmasters.
Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm Rohit, and I'm basically from Andhra Pradesh, and I'm representing Garden City Toastmasters. It's been quite some time I have been in Toastmasters.
Good evening, everybody. The sun is shining today on the Garden City of. I am Ikram, representing Garden City Toastmasters. I have been a Toastmaster for the past 5 years. Thank you.
A very good evening to all Toastmasters. I'm Arpita. I'm the VPM of Sunshine Toastmasters Club. Very excited to be here and thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Manu. I've been with Toastmasters for 6 months now. Happy to be here with all the linkers. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shubhankar Roy from Sunshine Toastmasters Club. I'm the immediate past president. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kaustav Holda. I have joined Sunshine Toastmasters from past 2 months. Happy to be here.
Hi everyone. My name is Harshit, and I represent Sunshine Toastmasters. And actually, this is my first session as a Toastmaster.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gaurav. I've been a Toastmaster since a little over a month, and I'm very excited for the Linkers Week. Sunshine Toastmasters.
Good evening,
Surya.
everyone. I'm Shiva Kumar.
Karthik.
I have joined last 2 weeks ago. So I'm from the Sunshine Toastmaster Club. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Abhishek. I'm just a guest. This is first time I've been to Toastmasters meeting, so excited to meet you all guys.
I am Toastmaster Robert Kingsley. I'm a member of both Sunshine and Bangalore Toastmasters. I'm a principal engineer in the semiconductor industry, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Sajjal. I'm from LA in 1924. It's the third oldest club in the country, and we recently celebrated 26 years of existence. And I'm also the area director where Sunshine also falls. So I'm very happy to be here today because it's very close by to my home as well.
Go home in time.
Hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully.
Hi everyone, I'm Devyani. I'm the VPPR for Sunshine Toastmasters Club. So please follow our Instagram page and go like our.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rakesh, member of Sunshine Toastmaster Club. Since the last 1 year, I work for a renewable energy company called Hope Wind. So we make electrical energy from wind and solar. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Suguna from Bangalore. I'm from Garden City Toastmasters Club. Hope to have a great evening with all of you.
Our Vice President of Education and the host of today's evening.
It's my pleasure. I'm Shima Mohsin. The honor that all of you have come, and I look forward for an exciting meeting. As he said, I'm the VP Education of Garden City Toastmasters Club. Thank you.
Future President.
Already elected.
Would you like to introduce yourself? Yeah, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Alia from the second floor.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I know that it was a bit lengthy, but it is required that we know each other. Just not by faces, probably I think we can remember some of the names, and while introducing or while interacting, maybe I think we can address each other with the names. All right. Thank you very much. Now let us proceed. I just wanted to give a small talk on humanity, just maybe one or 2 minutes. Today we see humanity, where it is going. In our homes itself, our children, where they are taking the parents. We see, the parents are taken out, just getting dumped somewhere. I am a Rotary member also, and probably in 2 weeks before we had a meeting, and in one of the meetings, one lady, one Rotarian came forward and said, I will donate 1 acre of land if someone is ready to open a old household. Why is this necessity coming up? Where is humanity going? Is it not our responsibility? I mean, maybe of course I am old, and the youngsters. Today, we are becoming selfish. We are looking to ourselves only. We are forgetting humanity. Isn't our duty? As a group, we meet in every meeting, right? We talk, we enjoy, we meet each other. But have we thought of giving something to society? Isn't it time that we give something to the society, something to humanity? Let us think on larger grounds. Probably, maybe we can have a special meeting, and we can think of how we can serve the community. All right, it's not just only talking here, meeting here, discussing about the three sessions, and improving ourselves. Let's see how we can contribute to this world. How we can make this place a better place to live. All right. So let us think. Probably, I think in the future, maybe we can meet and think of on such grounds. All right. So, but now it is time that we introduce the captain of the ship for today's meeting. He is a Toastmaster since 2012. 2012 years old. Okay. This founding member of Del Supti and founding president of Adobe Toastmasters Club. He was primarily in the tech space for 20 years, but now has taken an early retirement to focus on his passion. When I read this, I was thinking that this gentleman probably, I think, maybe older than me. When he said, I'm retirement to focus on his passions, which is primarily offbeat travel and hikes. And don't forget to cross, whenever you meet this gentleman, that ask him about his recent Pangachulla trek experience. Let us hear from him more while he's on the stage. With a thunderous round of applause, let us invite the Toastmaster of the day, Karthik. Toastmaster Karthik.
I actually thought receding hairline was a very important criteria to consider how old, and hence I always consider I am very, very, very old. Anyways, a super good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
A super good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening. Good evening.
I know when the sound will come. A super good evening, distinguished Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Because this club has more distinguished Toastmasters than Toastmaster, and also a very good evening, all the guests out here. a few guests were here, right? Good to have you guys over here. How many of you over here are fans of Money Heist? Money Heist. 8.2 on IMDb, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. No, that doesn't say how rotten it is, it says how good it is. Right? And why was that particular series so amazing? It's because of one guy, Professor, who brings in a bunch of people together to execute some of the biggest daredevil acts of, robbery ever. That made it amazing. And when you think about it, the Professor, wasn't he amazing?
Yes.
What a strategist he is. But he's only a strategist. Could he have all alone done any heist? In Tamil they say manna angatti. That means he couldn't have done anything all alone. Right? He needed people. So he went about identifying the right people for the right case. Maybe Helsinki because he was a war veteran. And maybe Rio because he knew computers so well. And he had the knack of identifying the right people for the right job. Right people for the right job. Now you know where I'm going, right? 1 plus 1 is 11. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is more than 111. See, the beauty about identifying people with various skills and bringing them together is about accomplishing some of the greatest tasks that we as individuals are not able to achieve. Another example. You know who Sergey Brin as well as Larry Page is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Techies. Of course, I should have known, right? So then we wouldn't have been talking from Google and we wouldn't have made life more easier. So you realize the beauty of how when many people come together, great things are accomplished. Exactly like
Today.
Hey, Toastmasters! That's what we do. You go here, there, and finally we come to Toastmasters. All of us, you actually look at it. Someone has great body language. Someone actually has a great tone. Someone has an amazing stage presence. We all get to learn from them and how to be an amazing speaker as such. And that makes Toastmaster an absolutely perfect example of what 1 plus 1 is greater than 11. And today is also an apt example which the president of Garden City as well as the SA already spoke about. Linkers meet about clubs coming together because it's twice the fun, isn't it?
Yes.
So all of those people who are new to this meeting, let me give a brief intro. Toastmasters was started in 1924. So as of today, you know how old it is?
100 years.
100 years old. You see, 100 years of tested technology is something that is being put right in front of you. Right? You know how many countries Toastmasters is in?
120.
Wrong answer.
45.
Wrong answer.
134.
Wrong answer.
124.
All wrong answer. Oh my goodness, I am very, very disappointed. The exact answer is 149 countries. Okay? One more question. We'll see who answers. How many members, approximately how many members are there in Toastmasters?
180,000.
280. Sir, members, 280,000 chances. I am so sorry to disappoint all of you. As of date, it is 80 lakh people or 8 million people, 8 million members across the globe we have in Toastmasters. What is this?
8 million?
8 million.
No, it's 280,000.
It's around 3 lakhs.
Google. I just took it from the website.
It could be the so far
current members.
not current members.
Total members. Total members.
Current
Total 80 lakh.
total
So we
members
realize the huge size of how many people have got benefited, right? So it's good to see new members also coming in and being a part of this huge revolution. A typical Toastmasters meeting, if you look at, has 3 different sections in it. The very first section is what we call a prepared speech section. You're going to witness 4 amazing speakers present amazing concepts and ideas to you. The second section is what we all love. Bouncers being thrown at you one after the other, which is a table topics section. And finally, what is life without evaluation? If you're not evaluated, you cannot improve. And that is where we move to the final stage, which is the evaluation section. So that is typically how a Toastmaster meeting goes. And I was telling you that evaluation is one of the most important sections ever. Make a note of it in your mind and keep it. It is the most important section ever. To take the evaluation section forward, we have someone super experienced. Guess he joined Garden City Toastmasters Club in 1995 and was also the past president of this club. He was instrumental in starting the Resonance Toastmasters Club. He's an active Toastmaster since then, and he's currently working for an HR function of an MNC. And what is beautiful is, I was asking him, what do you think about 1 + 1 = 2? So he says, it's a collective effort with positive intent. The word that is important is positive intent. Two people can come and work. One will say, no, I want to make money and go. The other person will say, no, I want to take money and go. So you see, it's a positive intent that both come together, and that is when collaboration and great things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the general evaluator, who is DTM Zulfikar.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Karthik. I think with that introduction, you have put all the members to half sleep already. But I need to bring you back again to wake them up. Very interesting theme. I don't want to repeat what it is, but today, in the age of artificial intelligence and importance on multitasking, we are talking about bringing people together and increasing our energies. And the word of the day happens to be synergy. And I think for us to move forward, there are a lot of distractions. For me, at least, already arrangements are being made. So the energy levels will be very high for obvious reasons. In anticipation, obviously. So I wish you all the best for an excellent linkers meeting. I request you not to be blinkers because of the distractions that we have around us. And also, this is an open air theatre, and we are not used to these kind of meetings. And on the 5th floor, so be careful that you shouldn't get carried away and carried down straight away. I have a very important job of evaluating this unique and interesting meeting. I had the occasion to evaluate a few linkers meetings earlier. They give you a lot of material for evaluation. Unlike our individual clubs' own meetings, which are the routine, these are very different. So obviously you will have a lot of material, lot of inputs that can be shared so that we can repeat this. I don't see it happening very often. So maybe with the kind of evaluation that I am going to give, we'll make it a regular feature of our Toastmasters program.
Become regular.
I will come regularly for linkers meetings. Thank you very much. And linkers meeting need not be only with 2 clubs. Linkers meeting can have lot of other clubs also. So that's where we are talking about 1, 1 and 1 + 1 and 1 + 1 and 111 and all that. I think you got to get that number and then have a big mega event with the linkers meet. Okay, good beginning here on the 5th floor. Let me tell you what I will be doing as the general evaluator. My job is to just give a positive, constructive feedback to you at the end of the meeting. Not exactly at the end of the meeting, because the end happens with the distribution of prizes. So it's actually after the end of the 2 segments. The 3rd segment will be taken over by me. That's the general evaluation. That's where the general evaluation is. So I will obviously look for all the positives that come out of this meeting. If there are any shortcomings, anything that could have been done differently, that can be improved upon, I will definitely highlight for the attention of all the guests and members who are present here. But to assist me in carrying out this general evaluation process, I have a team as well. So I was talking about multitasking. So that's not going to happen. It's going to be a teamwork. So I have a team of role players, and I'm sure the regular members in Toastmasters are familiar with these role players. It's not going to be any different today. We have a timer, Toastmaster Subhana. Toastmaster Subhana, please come up on stage and explain to everybody what your role would be as the timer, because you need to stress the importance of time management, timekeeping.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, so I'll be the timer for today, and all the speeches and table topics and evaluations, I'll be evaluating, I'll be putting the timer very strictly and showing the cards accordingly. So for the speech, prepared speech, the time would be like 5 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, I'll be showing green card. At the end of 6 minutes, I'll be showing amber card. At the end of 7 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. And grace period of 30 seconds would be given. For table topics, it's going to be 1 to 2 minutes. At the end of 1 minute, I'll be showing green card. At the end of 1.5 minutes, I'll be showing amber card. At the end of 2 minutes, I'll be showing red card. Again, 30 seconds of grace period would be given. For evaluations, it is going to be 2 to 3 minutes. At the end of 2 minutes, I'll be showing green card. At the end of 2.5 minutes, I'll be showing amber card. At the end of 3 minutes, I'll be showing red card. Okay, and I'll be producing my results at the time when I'm being called upon at the end of the meeting.
Thank you very much. You have been saying end of it, but I'm wondering why you are sitting at the end of it all. I think as a timer, you should be sitting somewhere in front, particularly. You can take a chair here in front if you don't mind. That would be better because the speakers have to see you. Otherwise, they'll be lost in the audience in the front and not pay attention to your cards. I think there's a chair here which
can come here,
which is reserved for you especially. Now I can take it. Thank you very much. We also have another role player, R counter. What is R counting? This member will explain. Please put your hands together. Welcome Toastmaster Rakesh.
Being frank, I was not aware that I will be R counter. I thought I'm a timer by driving also. I was preparing for the timer. I got to know I'm R counter. So anyway, it's an improved session for me. I'll try my best. So if you think about the if you want to relate the R counter thing, what is the speaking? It should be like a singing a song. When you're singing a song, how it feels if you listen and between and repeated words like I know, you know, that's why, this is why, and space filler work so well, you know, it looks good. So we have to remove this to make a melodious song. So speech should be like a song. I'm going to eliminate it. I'm going to note down all this kind of a words. End of the day, I'm going to give the report. It will be a feedback to improve yourself in future.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rakesh, for stepping in at the last minute with a changed job. I'm sure you will do a good job of it. I think if you already have a lot of ahs, ums, and whatever he mentioned in your speeches and talks, please keep them with you and use them so that he will be at it, noting down. Then he will have a report to present. He's asked you to eliminate, but if everything is eliminated, he will be out of job. All right, now I call upon the most, in my view, the most important role player, the grammarian. I hope he is the one who has been given the responsibility, Toastmaster Gaurav. Right? Yes. No changes. Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Gaurav. I'm the grammarian for today. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listen carefully to their language usage. Also, I will take note of any misuse of the English language, any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it's also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is synergy. It means benefits resulting from combining different groups, people, objects, or processes. So, for example sentence, the synergy of nurturing parents and supportive teachers is pivotal for the success of a student. Also, I hope there's great synergy today between the Linkers meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can be very good grammatically, but it still can misuse English. So,
Vote counter.
I'm sorry?
Vote counter.
Yeah, I'll go to that. You can use English, but I'm not sure how we can decide whether somebody is misusing English. So we are only concentrating on the grammar part. If there are any sentences, any words that are not in tune with the correct usage, then maybe you can highlight, and also highlight the correct usage. That will be useful to all of us. We have a couple of more role players. The next one is the listener, Toastmaster Kaustubh. Can you explain to our members and guests what you will be doing as the listener? So you are already listening and you want to check with others.
Reading Toastmasters. Being a good listener is as important as being a good speaker. I will note down interesting tidbits of the speakers in the stage, and I'll come back to you at the end of the meeting to ask interesting questions. So please listen carefully to each of the speakers.
So your listening skills will be tested at the end of it. Then we have Toastmaster Rajesh, the vote counter. Have you replaced him with somebody else? Can I have the replacement name, if at all it is there? Because I have in the agenda vote counter as Toastmaster Rajesh.
Someone can volunteer.
Can someone volunteer to do the vote counting? And that will happen only in the third segment, so you can relax and decide who. Okay, Toastmaster Shima Mohsin will be the vote counter. So thank you very much. Now I think you are all eagerly waiting for the Master of Ceremonies to take over and carry the meeting forward. I hand over the meeting back to Toastmaster Karthik.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your socks up. The reason is, when you see a speaker moving out of the stage, think of that person as a viewer on the stage. And when that person is coming on the stage or off the stage, don't you want people to applaud for you?
Yes.
It feels good. Alright, let's hear it for DTM Zulfikar once more. And now we finally move into one of the most important sections of today's meeting, which is the
Prepared speech.
You guys have been listening. Very proud of you. We move to the prepared speech section. Before I call upon the first speaker for the day, I would invite the evaluator who is going to evaluate this first speaker. The evaluator, he is an ex-president of Sunshine Toastmasters Club. He's also a health coach. Next time you want discounts and want to stay healthy, you know whom to reach out to. And in addition to it, he is a drama queen. Literally, he's a drama queen and someone who can crack all the funny bones in you. When I asked him what is 1 + 1 greater than 2, his perspective was it is like a graphic designer and an author coming together to form a beautiful graphical storybook. Isn't it right? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the first evaluator, Toastmaster, Mr. Funnybone, Shubhankar.
Thank you, Karthik. That's a lot of pressure on me. But good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Good evening. Today the speaker is not attempting any levels because he's finished all the levels. He's attempting a speech which is going to be like an international speech, a well-prepared speech on any topic. Timer, please note, it is going to be 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Actually, I don't know what I'm exactly doing over here, because when I came in and this person introduced themselves, everyone said, what? This person doesn't need an intro. So I really don't know, should I be doing an intro? But just because the G will come back later and say you do not give an intro, I don't want to do it. So I will give an intro. This speaker has been a Toastmaster since 2007. Actually, we have a few members who weren't even born in 2007. Yeah, we do. He's a double DTM. He's also 5 times Triple Crown winner. Not once, twice, it's 5 times Triple Crown winner. A club sponsor as well as a club coach. With his speech termed Date. With his speech termed Date, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for what is going to be an amazing 5 to 7 minutes DTM Toastmaster Mirza.
It was evening in the beautiful city of Mysore. The setting sun had cast a pink shade everywhere. Sunlight filtered through clouds and trees, coupled with the chirping of retiring birds, presented an unique light and sound show. In this beautiful climate, I was riding my elephant grey Bajaj Chetak scooter. I was riding my scooter that something caught my attention and I brought my scooter to a screeching halt. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I brought my scooter to a halt. Standing in front of me at a bus stop was a marvel. A beautiful girl, the likes of which I had never seen in my life, nor imagined in the wildest of my dreams. She was extremely beautiful, attractive, alluring, gorgeous, gracious, and glorious. Beauty impersonified. Minutely crafted features, everything of the right size and the right proportion and at the right place. Lips as red and as delicate as rose petals. Fair complexion, dimpling cheeks, divided chin, nose as straight and as sharp as a knife, bow-shaped eyebrows, blonde wavy hair, complemented by a golden yellow flowing dress, and gusts of wind would occasionally tease her by disturbing the terraces of her hair, which she would correct by a jerk of her head or a sleight of her hand. I stood there motionless, mesmerized, like a pole, just looking at her. I was lost. My view was disturbed by a red colored city bus which blocked the view. She got inside the bus. I hopped on my Chetak and started galloping behind the bus. The bus stopped at a bus stop near my house. She got down and started walking. I tailed her on my scooter, slowly, silently, stealthily. She missed the cross to my house and walked further. She took the third left turn after my house. Hers was the fifth house on the right hand side. An old Victorian type of bungalow with a gable and a veranda and an elaborate garden in the front. The garden had flower plants of every type: rose, jasmine, mogra, bougainvillea, etc. And the most beautiful of them just entered the house. It wasn't difficult for me to find common friends and get introduced to their family. Very soon I became a favorite of her parents. I would run small errands for them, pay their electricity bill, pay their telephone bill, get them carpenters, get them plumbers, and get them electricians. Then days became weeks, weeks became months. And this man could not gather the courage to tell her those 3 beautiful words. Then my friends started pestering me. Come on, do it. One day as I went to her house, she was alone and in a blue color dress. She was looking very beautiful. Then I was sweating. Somehow I gathered all the courage I had and all the courage I didn't have. And finally I told her, will you please give me a date? For which she smiled and replied, yes, why not? Upon hearing this, I was elated, elevated and flabbergasted. I was flying in the 7th sky and I was more happy than happy since. She went inside and time stood still for me. She came after 10 minutes and that looked like 10 decades for me. She was carrying a small packet with her, a presentation packet packed in presentation paper. Then I thought, okay, she has solved my problem. There must be some small present in that and a small slip containing where and when we are going to meet. I took the packet in my hand and just ran out of the house, went a little further, and as I was opening the packet, my heart was thumping like a drum. Slowly I opened the packet, and when I opened the packet finally, I received the biggest shock of my life. There was no present, there was no slip of paper, nothing. All that the packet contained was dry fruit dates. From that day till now, I am searching for the man who is giving multiple meaning to English words.
My sincere condolences. If I was in your position, I would have jumped out of this. You are a brave man. Committing suicide. You do it. How did you manage one of the most difficult times in your life ever? Ladies and gentlemen, for the next episode of a speech, we will meet in the next link. But with that, we will also move to the next speech, and to evaluate the next speech, we have someone even more experienced. I am sure we will listen to a lot more heartbreak stories if we had given the stage to them, but we are not. With a limited time to evaluate this person who was a president of Sunshine Toastmasters Club. Promise I didn't know. A lot of things I'm getting to know today. In addition to it, he is an area governor in 2008 as well as an ex-banker. Any questions with respect to banking, you know whom to reach out to. But one of the most beautiful answers that I ever received from anyone when I asked what is 1 + 1 is greater than 2 according to them, is this person says that it is like 2 individuals coming together. He shares an idea, she shares an idea. And guess what? From one idea, suddenly we have 2 ideas. How true is that? Put your hands together and let's hear from the evaluator, DTM Ram Gopal.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
I'm supposed to evaluate one Miss Nishita, right? Who is it? Okay. You are giving your icebreaker?
Yes.
Because it's an icebreaker, she is going to introduce herself to the whole club, and this is going to be her first public speech. So let's wait, but in the meantime, let's give her a big round of applause to welcome her on the stage. And 4 to 6 minutes. 4 to 6 minutes.
These bankers, they always take away your responsibility. Sir, I'm supposed to go and call her on the stage, sir. You took away half of my work, but I will still do because I prepared for it. The next speaker, oh, he's already told about it, but it is okay. The next speaker is a bud in the bouquet of flowers. No, so difficult it was to come up with sentences like this, so I was not giving up the opportunity. The next speaker is a bud in the bouquet of flowers of Toastmasters Sunshine. It's an absolute sin in case I speak anything else about her, because her icebreaker, we all will get to know a lot more about her. Speech title, Embracing Struggle. Give one of your best applauses so that she also gets DTM, double beat DTM and 5 times DTM. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Nishita.
What was your reason for joining Toastmasters? Anyone?
Entertainment.
To hear your speech.
Escape from house.
So, any guesses as to why I joined Toastmasters today? Of course. Alright, I'll be revealing my reason shortly. So, good evening, Toastmasters and fellow guests.
Good evening.
So,
Good evening.
I'm Nishita, and on a personal front, I like to read, I like to write, and I've learned how to play the keyboard up till grade 3. So, I love traveling and meeting new people. Yes. Today I'll be talking about my life experiences in a chronological order. So, I was born in Laurel, Maryland, on the east coast of the United States, and it was a slow-moving region, a suburban region, and it had an almost dreamy touch to it. As a child, I was very sensitive, and I would often pick up on the emotions of others with relative ease, you could say. I did not like school very much because the kids would often pick on me. I shifted to India when I was 7, and things did not get much easier here either. In this school that I had joined, I experienced bullying physically and emotionally. So I would often cry about it as I did not know how to stand up for myself. Soon I joined another school called Vidya Shilp Academy, where things seemed to get much easier. I had been quite shy, you could say, because of the experiences that I had been through before. I was a wallflower, and all throughout high school, I had spent most of my time reading novels. So I could not maintain eye contact with people. I could not sit next to someone without twitching, nor could I prevent myself from swallowing like every 30 seconds. This social anxiety often made me feel very powerless, and the only way through which I could channelize my emotions was by writing. So it was from this point onwards that I developed a passion towards writing. So this continued on until 10th grade, and I'm often told that I'm a keen listener. I would attribute this to the fact that I had not been listened to as much as I wanted to be. So it also taught me how to appreciate the small efforts that other people put in, and to also never let anyone feel left out in a group setting. So as every other typical Indian kid, I had to face competitive exams in 11th and 12th grade. So it was at this point that I was very conflicted as to what I wanted to do. It was at this point that I also realized that I had to learn how to deal with my emotions, thoughts and feelings and acknowledge them. And the biggest takeaway from this phase of my life was that things must be taken much more lightly than you think. Not everything is as serious as you perceive it to be. So currently I am a student at Ramaya Institute of Technology, and I'm doing computer science and engineering, my second semester of my first year. This is the phase of my life that has surprised me the most and continues to surprise me. The reason being that it was my first time approaching people, establishing connections, and taking initiative in general. One thing that I believe that one way to overcome your fears is by constantly exposing yourself to situations that trigger such emotions. It makes you immune to the need to crawl back into that shell when something is perceived as a potential threat. Constantly exposing myself to such situations has made me, where I feel as though I'm not confident enough, I'm not aware enough, I'm not seen enough, or anything enough, has ironically made me feel more enough. In fact, I make it a point to note that if I'm feeling foreign to a particular situation, it's a good sign. The reason being that I'm inviting new perspectives and new ways of thinking. So overall, to conclude, I would say that all my life experiences have made me the individual I am today. And although I may not necessarily appreciate them all the time, I make it a point to be grateful from time to time. And I look forward to growing and evolving here at Toastmasters. So will you, Toastmasters, join me in my Toastmasters journey?
Yes.
Yes. Back to the list.
Who told that speech 1 is the easiest? No, who told that speech 1 wherein you come here and speak about yourself is the easiest? I don't think so. The fact that you stand here and open up your heart to everyone with respect to your experiences needs a lot of courage, determination, as well as strength. You were truly amazing, and thanks a lot for letting us know a little more about you. Let's have a huge round of applause for our person. And with that, we move to the third gear. You understood what third gear is, right? Third evaluator, third speaker. Guys, you didn't understand? I'm so disappointed. No motor enthusiasm. Oh, automatic vehicles, everyone should have known. Okay, the next person or the next evaluator is an absolute wordsmith. No, she's also a voracious reader, and we at Sunshine were subjected to an amazing speech where she influenced people on how to be better readers and the reason why you need to be a better, why you need to read. From then onward, the sales of Kindle dramatically increased as and when Amazon actually. Lighter note, I asked her what is 1 plus 1 is greater than 2 according to you. And she had this very deep answer. She took a pause and she said, 1 plus 1 is greater than 2 is when my sister comes home. We sit together and I tell her to do all the dishes more than usual, and she finishes those dishes. And that is who the next Toastmaster Devyani. Be very careful. She's good at goal setting for others unnecessarily. She'll catch hold of you and give you goal settings. Third evaluator, Toastmaster Devyani.
Thank you, Karthik. That's my mentor for you. Great introduction. Thank you so much. The purpose of life is to discover your gift. The work of life is to develop it. Why am I telling you this quote? 2 reasons, because that's exactly what we do here at Toastmasters. And the second reason is that the speaker for today, the purpose of their project is to deliver a well-constructed, clearly focused speech that demonstrates a purpose. So as an evaluator, I'll be looking for whether the speaker is clearly demonstrating any purpose that they choose to show here in front of you. Speech can be humorous, speech can be serious, anything at all. And at the end of the meeting, when I'm called upon by the general evaluator, I'll be back with my evaluation and I'll complete the quote that I just started with. So watch out for that. All the best to the speaker.
Can I know time?
Time.
5, 7.
5 to 7.
Now you guys believe me? Absolute wordsmith, isn't it? The next speaker, the third speaker for the day. I asked the speaker, can you give me a brief introduction? I had to listen to her speech for 5 minutes. I knew in and out about that person. That person is from Andhra, and the detective in me went in a tangent. I think this person loves Rayalaseema Ruchulu as well as Krutinga because you're from Andhra. If South India breakfast is like, this is so bland, that is so bland. So I'm sure I'm going to ask the speaker this particular question later. She's a techie by profession and she loves movies as well as reading. And she says that she's here in Toastmasters to improve her communication and of course network. What a great opportunity it is. With the speech title, Hack Your Health. Hack Your Health. We have the next speaker, Toastmaster Surya.
Good evening.
Good
My
evening.
dear fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and few guests as well we have today. Have you ever considered that the moment you are about to make a decision, you get a gut feeling, right? Well, today I'm here to tell you about that our gut might actually know more than we think, right? And today let's understand why our gut is so special and so important for our overall health. Right. When people say gut, well, like what does it mean exactly? Right? To quote it in biological terms, our mouth, pharynx, esophagus, small intestine, large intestine, and rectum and anus together form the gut. But what is gut health? Gut health, there is not a particular definition that was given to, but commonly it is referred to as a balance between the good bacteria and the bad bacteria in your digestive tract, and collectively this bacteria is called microbiota, okay, and which are very very important in functioning of few things like digesting your food, absorbing nutrients out of it, and also immune system, right? But everybody says gut health is important, gut health is important. But why is it important? Like, what are the most important things that it influences, right? So, when we actually look at it, right, one of the first most important functions of it is digestion of our food and absorbing nutrients out of it. That is its primary function. It's very much responsible for breaking down our food and absorbing the nutrients out of it. Secondly, our immune system. Do you know that 70% of our immune system is in our gut? As in, like, the microbiota that is there in the gut is the one that actually kind of guides the immune system to help identify the harmful invaders in the body and actually eliminate them, right? And the third one goes to chronic diseases, like when you have this good bacteria and bad bacteria inside your digestive tract, when this balance disrupts, like, and it is actually linked to causing one of the chronic diseases like obesity and heart diseases, few of them, right? And one more thing, very important thing, it is also linked to your mental health. We all know serotonin, which is commonly referred to as the happy hormone. It is actually produced in the gut. Basically, this was a news for me because I was thinking that it was actually produced in the brain, but it is actually produced in the gut, which is very very important as it promotes good sleep, good mood, and also your appetite, right? And one more thing is that whatever the information that goes to the brain from the gut microbiome actually influences our cognitive processes as well. How interesting it is, right? Information from your gut to your brain, and that actually influences a lot of things that you actually perform in the outside world, right? So when I was actually understanding the importance, then I felt like, okay, what are the factors that actually influence it from the outside, outside sources? Then I understood that diet is one thing, where foods like high processed foods which are very high in sugar are not at all good for health. It causes you a great damage to the gut health. And one more interesting thing, antibiotics and meditation. There's a reason people say that don't entirely be dependent upon the antibiotics, because when you actually increase the consumption of the antibiotics, what happens is that it disrupts the balance of the good bacteria and the bad bacteria inside your digestive tract, and obviously which will not be helping in maintaining a balanced gut. Healthy gut, basically, right? And third thing, lifestyle, which currently we are all going through, where we have stress with respect to one factor or the other, or lack of sleep and our sedentary lifestyle, right? These are the three important factors that actually affect our gut health in a wrong way, basically. And I was thinking, okay, fine, I have understood that what and all shouldn't be done, right? So at the same point, I also wanted to give my audience few points where they can understand, okay, now what to do, right? So to actually maintain a healthy gut, right, have a balanced diet. Like, the more variety of foods you eat, the varied diversity of gut microbiotins you will be having. Okay. Secondly, drink lots of water. Lots and lots of water, and as a, as per your requirements, body requirements, it actually helps in digestion of food and also supports the mucosal lining of the intestines, right? Thirdly, get quality sleep. It's not about how many hours you sleep, but it's about how exactly you're sleeping. Get quality sleep, which actually helps in your improving your gut health. And please reduce high processed foods, which are mainly have lots of sugars, because it's not at all good, and it helps in increasing the bad bacteria in your gut, right? And please do take fermented foods like yogurt or kimchi, which have probiotics that actually enhance the good bacteria and the bad bacteria also, to have a balanced, healthy gut. Right. So with this, what I want to conclude is that gut health is the most important fundamental aspect of our overall well-being. So I request all my audience today to take in charge of your gut health and in turn of your overall health. Thank you. Back to
Thank you, Toastmaster Surya. I just have two questions. The last sentence is your message that Hyderabadi biryani is fine. That was a key message that I spoke about the gut health. Oh, I'm very disappointed.
Occasionally it should be.
But also, will you be monitoring all the food that we eat? Guys, be very careful. Toastmaster Surya is here with a very specific purpose. Guys, thank you, But thank you, Toastmaster Surya, for letting us know a little more about gut and health, and we know what to do as next steps moving forward. Moving to the final speaker for the day. Before I invite the speaker, I will call the evaluator. I'm just curious, is one of the criteria to join Garden City Toastmasters Club, so they have to be a banker? One more banker in the house, a founding member of Garden City Toastmasters Club, ex-SBI. Guys, please hold off your questions. Lunch break, how long SBI, where did it start? Interestingly, he loves reading, speaking, as well as my favorite, he's a trekker. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge thunderous round of applause for the SBI long lunch evaluator, DTM Ramlal.
The objective of the project, number one, is to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. Number two, the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a prodigy. And the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Back to the Toastmaster meeting.
Guys are losing energy, is it? clapping, okay? We need to make sure they go for dinner at the end. The final speaker for the day is someone who thinks that two people coming together is important because for being productive, we need to identify each other's mistakes and they'll help reflect each other's mistakes to correct. And that is important. It's not always about being positive, right? Sometimes you also need to identify where our mistakes are, and it always takes someone else to let you know what your mistakes are. This person is also a voracious reader who loves astronomy as well as astrology. Don't go to him showing your hand and all of those things. It can be done at a later point of time. These days, he enjoys long rides. You know what that basically means? Midlife crisis. I think so. That is when you buy expensive bikes and go on long rides, okay? Not before that. Ladies and gentlemen, with a speech title, Who is my mentor? With a speech title, Who is my mentor? Put your hands together to Toastmaster Robert.
Every Toastmasters club that I go, there is one question is asked. Who is my mentor? Do they ask you? Yes. Yes. And I tell them it is complicated. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear Toastmasters and guests, a very good evening.
Good
evening. Toastmasters International has set very high standards for the role of mentoring, clearly distinguishing mentoring from coaching. Coaching is about helping a member to improve a specific skill set. In our context, it could be improving body language, improving voice modulation, and things like that. Whereas mentoring is about a complete 360 degree or a holistic development of a person. That reminds me of my life outside of Sunshine and outside of Garden City. My good old school days, wherein I was fortunate to learn from some of the best in class teachers in the world. Teachers who could casually walk into the class without carrying any notes and books and still deliver those high quality lectures. Be it teaching the fundamentals of the subject or application of the subject, they were flawless. They were very committed to their profession. Every question that I asked, even those notorious questions, and my co-students asked, was their motivation to teach more? They would immediately come up with an analogy and help us to understand us better and understand the subject matter better. Not just that, their intentions were very pure. No political agenda, no personal agenda in their teachings. It was an unconditional transfer of knowledge and wisdom. Recall another incident. When I took my first job after engineering, just like any other recent college graduate in India, was struggling to bridge that industry versus academia gap. There was one Mr. X in the organization. Everybody had isolated him, dumped him. Politics, organization politics, in the name of an introvert, high attitude, touch me not, and whatnot. But I chose that Mr. X to be my mentor because to me he appeared as honest, hardworking, and talented. Just these three attributes. I didn't see anything else. And it worked. Our collaboration really worked. We together were not 1, 2, but 11. He ended up sharing enormous amount of working knowledge without any expectations. There was hand-holding. Within 6 months, I went on to make my first major deliverable in the organization. Something unheard of for any recent college graduate. They typically take more than a year. His unconditional giving to me was soon blessed from above. People who had noticed me spending time with him reached out to him. They made him their mentor as well. See, that's how human mind works. They made him their mentor, and very soon, from a touch me not, he became a star in the organization. My dear Toastmasters and guests, what I'm trying to tell here is, just like how a skilled jeweler can identify gold, diamond, and other valuable jewels from a pile of scrap, As a good protege, you should be able to see through this madding crowd and identify those valuable mentors. Maybe because nature offered me good mentors at crucial stages, I also ended up mentoring many people. College students, recent college graduates coming to companies, my peers, my seniors, hundreds and hundreds of them I mentored. However, before taking up a mentoring role, I would ask a few questions to myself. Am I worthy of mentoring this person? What is my motivation to do so? Is the person in a position to value the knowledge and wisdom that's being offered? Only if I get an affirmative yes from within to all these questions, I would take up that mentoring role. Yeah, all that is fine. But then who is my mentor now? If all these unconditionally giving great mentors from the past reach out to me and offer to be my mentor again, am I going to accept? Probably no. I'm going to tell them, thank you. You've already done your job. Now it's my game. I'm a different person. My needs are different. My awareness levels are different. I have my own unique ways to learn things. So what are these unique ways? You might be someone who likes to learn from the gurus and scholars. You might be someone who likes to learn from those seasoned, experienced people who have had hard experiences in life. And you might be someone who likes to learn by applying your own sense of logic and reasoning. What very few know is there are rare moments in space and time when these three dissimilar sources of knowledge align and gets into a synergy. A phenomena which the mathematicians and physicists would call as triangulation of three dissimilar sources of energy. When this happens, my self resonates with nature. It is through this divine triangle that I see the world. It is this divine triangle that resides within me is my mentor, and I am his protege. What that also means is I have a need to learn along three different perspectives. I have a need to pick and choose what I learn. I learn from multiple people. I learn from nature. So who is my mentor?
Nature.
Sorry? Mr. X and?
Nature.
Thank you.
Absolutely intense and absolute passion is what we witnessed. And we always have two different perspectives to things. I will assign a mentor, and you'll be happy. But this is the first time I'm coming across a perspective which says you have the right to decide your mentor. I think this is going to make a lot of Toastmasters think. Thank you, Robert, for subjecting us to some of those perspectives. Ladies and gentlemen, where are we?
Lunchtime.
We are at the end of section 1. What is section 1?
Prepared
speech. Exactly, well done. And what does this mean?
Break.
Is that a break?
Yes.
Can you give a 2-minute break?
Yeah, no, 5 minutes.
5-minute break? Alright, fine. I didn't know. Somebody had to tell this. Okay, but could I ask this question?
You're learning.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before we move to the next section, which is the table topic section, and it's going to be super exciting, we will take a 5-minute break, and your time starts now.